I've uploaded this video 10 times now, and it's still getting copyright claimed. This video is for the purpose of critique and review of the movie it is subjected on, which means that it is classified as fair use. But since Lionsgate and whoever these other companies are don't seem to understand or care about that, I have no choice but to put this sign over my video every 10 seconds. I'm really sorry about this, guys. The version I wanted to upload is available for free on my Patreon, link in the description below. It's really unfortunate that some companies don't respect fair use, and YouTube continues to use a system that perpetuates the issue. Imaginary is about a girl's imaginary friend whose intentions slowly turn sinister, but the way it works is less of an imagination and more of a hallucination. It starts off with the main character Jessica bursting through this door with this weird list that won't be used later. Then this guy shows up and turns into a spider thing and chases her into this wonderland place. Then she wakes up because it was all a dream. I hate that trope. So her husband, who can't figure out if he wants to be American or Australian.
It's this apartment, the move, all the stuff with my ex. It's just too much stress. We don't have that much to tie up here. Let's just go.
Seriously, he switches accents every time he talks. Suggests they moved into her childhood home early, because there's not going to be anything creepy about it at all. They move in, and her younger stepdaughter and the burn scar on her arm that she got from her mom talk about the drawings on the wall. Jessica writes and draws children's books, saying she has such a great imagination. But for now, her and Alice are going to play hide and seek, because nothing creepy ever happens during that game in horror movies at all. What a surprise! Alice found a creepy teddy bear behind this old-ass door. So now she doesn't want to play with Jessica anymore. Is this movie just gonna use every horror movie trope there is? Anyway, the older stepdaughter is missing her old friends when she sees this old woman looking at the house. So she goes outside to investigate and meets her neighbor. That night, Jessica and Max are listening to Alice talk to her imaginary friend.
You know, I had one when I was her age. His name was Mr. Tough. He knew karate, and he could make bombs out of anything.
Dude, pick an accent. Then Alice comes in playing hide and seek with Chauncey, her imaginary friend. So they're all hiding and Jessica starts looking around for him, but no one is questioning why she's doing this when she... I hate fake jump scares. They're so annoying. The next day, Jessica is working on her book when Alice comes in with a scavenger hunt. Gee, that seems familiar. So she gets a ball. That night, Jessica hears Alice talking to who she assumes is Chauncey and records it because it's so cute. But really, it's her crazy mother who broke into their house and attacks Jessica because Max's dumbass older daughter told her where they live. Why would she do that? Whatever she did before left a burn scar on a 5-year-old. You would think that would be the type of person you would not want to tell where you live, even if you were a stupid teenager. Let the police come and take her away. The next morning, Alice and Chauncey get a paintbrush for their scavenger hunt that has been going on for 2 days now. How long does this thing take? What the hell? The next day, Max is leaving on tour for some reason, probably because the director got sick of him switching accents constantly. But why is he choosing now to leave? They just moved into a new house, his youngest daughter is doing creepy imaginary friend shit, and his psychotic ex-wife just attacked his current wife because his oldest daughter told her where they live. This is the worst time to do this, but whatever, he's gone now. Then the old lady from earlier shows up.
I don't believe we met. I'm
Jessica. I'm Gloria. I was your babysitter. You were such a creative little girl. You were always drawing and inventing new games and playing with your imaginary friend. You almost, sometimes, had me convinced that he was real.
Yeah, she's not gonna turn out to be crazy at all. After that, Jessica goes to visit her father in a nursing home, where he freaks out about CB.
Stop it talking that CB! You always talking that CB!
Daddy, what's CB?
Gee, I wonder what that could be. What a mystery. While Jessica is out, Alice is collecting bugs for her scavenger hunt, and Taylor invites the neighbor boy over, who upsets Alice by looking at her bug jar and decides to drink their dad's alcohol.
Dude, no, my dad's gonna see that.
Just fill it up with apple juice. You'll never notice the difference.
Yes, because that's how that works. Then Jackass goes to get towels for the mess he made when Chauncey starts messing with him and does this. But maybe that was from the drugs he brought with him.
I'm sorry, this isn't Molly. This is my allergy medicine.
What an idiot. And oh no, Alice destroyed Jessica's picture. I wonder why she would do that. Then this little psycho takes a board and tries to impale her hand on a rusty nail. Yeah, what a great time for the dad to have left. But instead of him coming back, they just call Alice's therapist. So, Alice has his therapy session, but she forgot Chauncey. She goes and gets him and puts him on the couch, which causes a freak out, and this happens.
Let's take a time out, Alice. Now.
I heard you and your 3 ugly granddaughters.
So I guess Chauncey is using Alice's voice for some reason? Is that supposed to be scary? I don't know. Because of this, the therapist shows Jessica a video of another kid who cut off his thumb and then disappeared. Then Jessica goes and gets a drawing she made when she was 5.
I gotta destroy that bear.
What bear?
Chauncey. Alice's stuffed bear.
Take a look for yourself.
And your 3 ugly granddaughters.
There was never any bear.
What? So the bear is imaginary and only Alice and Jessica can see it? First off, these are obviously different takes and this kid doesn't know how to pretend to move an object around. Second, that doesn't make any sense. If the bear is what they are imagining it looks like, why are they seeing the same thing? If you want to make an argument of it's because they had the same imaginary friend, how do you explain the neighbor boy who saw it, considering he had apparently never heard of an imaginary friend before?
Chauncey's her imaginary friend. Her bing bong. From Inside Out?
Oh, Pixar.
He immediately saw Alice holding it and even looked right at it. And then he saw the bear coming at him and turned into whatever the hell that was. This means that the entity is projecting the image into their minds. That's not an imagination, that's a hallucination. It would make a lot more sense if they had the bear be a physical thing that the entity is using to get close to Alice, then it's not really there. This entire concept is horseshit. Whatever, the therapist is like, that's not good, you're seeing the bear too, and instead of calling the kid's dad because she knows his ex-wife is schizophrenic or something and hurt Alice, so he would probably want to know that his current wife, who was alone with his children, is seeing things. But instead, she just gives Jessica a number to call that she never does. It doesn't matter, Alice has gone to the basement to paint a door, and now she's gone. At this point, I don't care. While looking for Alice, Taylor runs into Crazy Old Lady, who tells her that Jessica opened a door to Imaginary World for her one time, and that's where Alice went. Meanwhile, Jessica redraws her childhood writings, I guess to find clues.
What happened to Alice happened to me too.
Actually, I know it did.
Wait, she spent this entire movie saying the imaginary friend thing was bullshit, but now she believes it because some crazy old lady told her it was real? Okay then. Anyway, they go through Alice's scavenger hunt in like 5 minutes and open the portal to Imagination Land, where Jessica finds out her dad isn't just crazy, but Chauncey did some eye thing that drove him mad while he was trying to save her. Seems like she should have figured that out herself, but okay. Oh no, Crazy Old Lady closed the only way out of Imagination World. Who could have seen that coming?
The entity, it's been telling me to do this. And now, none of us will be left alone. It's a place of joy, of endless possibilities. We can be young here, be anything. We'll be happy here forever!
Thank God. She deserved it. After looking around for a while, they find Alice in a princess room with her crazy mom, where they make a new door out of crap from the room so they can leave.
Let's get out of here.
You can't have her. She's mine.
I'm sorry, was that supposed to be scary? What was going on with her eyes? So freaking imaginary Riz here just stands there while Alice and Taylor escape. But Jessica is still trapped until Taylor somehow opens the old door to get her out. Yay, they all made it out and are a happy family again. So we're done now, right?
I'm still here.
God damn it. She's still trapped in Imagination World. Until Taylor somehow gets back inside. Did they do the scavenger hunt again? Gets back inside and saves Jessica for real. And Alice overcomes her fear of fire to burn Chauncey, but not Jessica, even though it was touching her, and burns the house down. This is the fastest fire department in the world. Who called them? They got there in less than 30 seconds. What the fuck? I guess they're gonna stay at a hotel now, but decide to leave because a kid has a teddy bear. What the hell? This movie has such a potentially interesting concept, but it's wasted on such a dumb plot. The characters make stupid decisions, and the imaginary friend is handled so poorly. Why does the dad leave right after things start getting weird? I understand he's leaving for work, but he could have canceled for a family emergency. Then the therapist never calls the dad, even though his daughter is clearly going through some kind of distress that's going to take more than one session to address. And on top of that, Jessica is also seeing things that aren't there. But instead, she just goes, "Here's a number to call, good luck, bye." I still don't understand why they made the bear imaginary. It would have worked just fine to have the bear be real and have Chauncey manipulating it. It also would have avoided the issue of how did the neighbor boy see it if it's not real. This movie also goes on for way too long. It would have been fine if they had just stopped at the fake ending. Have her actually have gotten out and finished her book. That would have worked for an ending, and I got legitimately annoyed when it was revealed she was still in Imagination Land. The acting is terrible in this. DeWanda Wise is pretty bad as Jessica. She's alright when she has regular dialogue and when she's talking with Alice, but she is not believable when she tries to sound scared, and her reaction to finding out Chauncey's real is terrible. Tom Payne is awful as Max. He keeps switching between what I think is an Australian accent to an American accent, and it's really distracting from what he's trying to say. Pyper Braun is terrible as Alice. I keep saying it, but I am not a fan of child actors in general, but she is especially bad. She sounds whiny no matter what she's saying, and when she's trying to sound dramatic, she does this thing where she holds her breath for a second and then almost shouts the first syllable of her line. The visual effects aren't too bad. The teddy bear looks really good because they used an actual teddy bear, and thank God since Pyper Braun can't pretend to move an object at all. Imaginary Chauncey looks alright. It's not there much and it's pretty quick shots, though it looks pretty good for what they use it for. Imagination Land looks great. I like the design of the multiple levels and how the doors lead to different worlds. Well, that was an interesting premise with a terrible execution. They seriously need to learn what the difference between imagination and hallucination is. If you want to see an uncensored version of this video or any of my other videos, check out my Patreon. If not, I appreciate you watching my video here too. Don't forget to do the YouTube stuff, and thanks for watching.